And we're here with the boss fight.
Yay! The exciting conclusion.
This is Josette and 3 bandits. The bandits and Josette they don't have any weaknesses. The bandits do have poison-laced blades, which is the big reason why I definitely suggest coming in with the whatever the item is that prevents poison that you can just buy.
I noticed how the scanning works.
Yeah, so you can just press square. When you have information equipped, so Estelle has information equipped, you can just press it, and then it'll show you the information on hand.
And you can do that during anyone's turn as long as she has it?
Yeah, as long as someone has information equipped, you can just do that during one of your battle phases.
Stir up.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
Okay. Oh my god. She's walking towards the screen. Jesus.
What's your question?
No, I'm sorry. I'm distracted by her fucking, whip. That whip is too strong. Anyway, since we ended the last part with Roundabout, does that make this Josette's Bizarre Adventure?
Sure.
No, it's Joshua's Bizarre Adventure.
I mean, Joshua is technically a Joe.
Exactly.
So.
But I mean, Estelle is the main character, so.
I mean, yeah,
you
but
said
she's
it
had.
yourself. This game is somewhat equally distributed between the two of them.
I was gonna say,
yeah,
aside from maybe some very brief moments at the very, very beginning of the game, I'm pretty sure they've had the exact same amount of screen time.
More or less.
Well, Josh was my favorite, so I'm okay with this.
Trying to think of
Sepeth up.
Are you talking about Septium? You might. So what I would recommend for this fight is to focus on Josette first, because she has that Petrify breath, which has a 20% chance of petrifying one of your units.
Why would they have that?
No good.
Why would they have such a thing happen this early in the game? Usually Petrify is introduced later in an RPG. Legend of Heroes is nah, man. Feel the petrification.
They go hard. Yeah, no, they go hard. Oh, this is a fun move. If I didn't know how to use it. Yeah.
Wow.
Area effect,
we're just kicking the shit out of them.
It's pretty hard. Well, they deserve it. They stole the Septium orb from the mayor, so they all deserve punishment.
We're not done yet.
We're not. What do you mean we're not done yet? We won. That's it.
Oh,
it's all.
Joshua, it's over.
It isn't over yet. So, we did it. We beat them up. Which means it's time to take them somewhere after snagging the Septium Crystal back. Go us.
The sheer nerve you have.
It was mostly me playing the video game,
yeah.
But you guys helped.
Yeah, kind of.
I guess. Anyway, it's time to get some information out of them. Like, who this family is all about.
Oh.
What do you mean, oh?
Oh.
Oh.
Sherazard was like, haha, I like tough eggs.
Yeah. She's definitely a sadist.
You can say that she likes her eggs over easy.
Wouldn't she like them hard-boiled? She likes them tough.
True.
Well, she likes them tough. She likes them... I don't know. Anyway. You know?
That's a good idea,
It'd be a
Joshua.
real shame if there was an airship right here.
The fuck?
I guess there is an airship right here.
What is this, Final Fantasy?
No, this is an airship. I mean, it's already been pre-established that they have flying vehicles.
Oh.
Hey, it's Kyle.
Wait a minute.
Kyle.
He
I knew
looks
that was coming.
he looks just like her.
It's probably because they're brother and sister, because
Dope.
they're a family. It's literally in the name. Oh, something big came up?
What?
That sounds interesting.
Huh.
What do you mean? We literally won the fight. Well, anyway, bye guys.
Huh. Well, that was a thing.
Yeah. So she gets away with all the bandits, but we got the Septium Crystal back, and that's all that really matters.
Huh.
So I guess that means we need to go take it back
Estelle,
to the
you
manor.
barely know what to think to begin with.
I'm literally not thinking right now.
Oh.
Oh, you too?
Yeah. Bose region. Where have I heard that name before? Probably in the last part when we talked to the reporters of Denial and to Dorothy. Sounds like...
Thwack bam kapow.
I love that.
Oh.
That's amazing.
That's
Whack bam kapow supposed to mean.
took the words right out of my mouth.
You'll learn when you're older.
Oh. And he's 16, shouldn't he know?
I was gonna say, wait, how old is Estelle again?
They're both 16
Yeah, they're the same
in this
age.
game. Yeah.
Is
At
it-
least I think he's 16. I'm
Oh.
gonna double check real quick. Joshua. Trails in the sky. Joshua Brett. First chapter. How do you have age?
I'm pretty sure they're 16. I think we established that in the previous part.
Because you have to be at least 16 in
To be a
order
bracer.
To become, yeah, to be a junior bracer.
How old is
I have his
Charizard?
birthday, but that's about it.
Estelle
Hey, well, we
Bright.
just got paid.
Estelle Bright, age 16.
Yeah. I just wasn't finding Joshua's age. Johnny Young Bosch voices him.
Oh, really? I
Nice.
figured that voice was familiar. I was like, why does he sound familiar?
Yeah, that would be why.
He does have that that voice because like sounded just like Zero from Mega Man.
Whoops, that was a spoiler.
Johnny Young Bosch, also the protagonist for Persona 4.
He's also in Code Geass, in case you haven't already forgotten.
Wasn't he also in Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya?
That I don't
Pretty sure
remember.
he's
He
literally
was
in everything.
he was
Kyon?
not no
Not Kyon,
he was the other guy, Koizumi.
Koizumi, yeah.
How did I remember Koizumi's name? I'm actually impressed at that.
I mean, I remember all of them.
Oh yeah. They're talking about so in order to progress to become a normal bracer instead of a junior bracer, you need to get the approval from every single main branch
Every
in your
single
home
one.
country. In your home country. So there's 5 regions, which means you need the OK from all 5 branches.
Oh.
So you don't literally have to go across the entire continent, but you do have to go around your home country.
Well, I'm sure Estelle can get like a running start with the fucking pole and then pole vault over to the next area.
Can I ask a question and hopefully it doesn't get into spoiler territory?
Sure.
Does the Legend of Heroes series end up expanding further out into the world as it goes on?
Yes.
Yeah. So, Trails of Cold Steel actually takes place in the Erebonia Empire, and then the Crossbell arc takes place in Crossbell, which is like a city-state area that is right up against Erebonia. It's going to be on, I think, the opposite side of the map from Liberal, or it's... I have to look at an updated map. Anyway, the airliner that our dad was on went missing.
Nice!
God damn it, Sid.
And it was flying over the Bose region. Where have I heard about that region before?
Oh, so
Huh.
we're doing
Sorry, go ahead.
We're doing the trope of we're gonna fly over this territory that's sketchy as shit and then suddenly disappear.
Well, it's not... Itself isn't sketchy. It's just the Sky Bandits have been around. Wah.
Wow!
I'm looking at the voice cast for this game, and there's some fucking big names in this game.
Well,
Which is unfortunate.
Well, we already know
because they say,
Johnny
like,
Young
3
Bosch,
lines.
but who else is in this game?
Estelle Bright is voiced by Stephanie Shea.
No way!
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. End of Prologue.
Wait.
End
You
of
made a guess.
Prologue.
Oh.
Charizard is voiced by Michelle Ruff.
Really? Yo!
Woof woof.
I
Bark,
love
help.
Michelle
I'm a
Ruff.
dog.
I won't spoil anyone else because a lot of these are characters we haven't seen yet, but yeah, that's what we've seen so far.
Now it's spooky.
It's nighttime.
Oh.
Spookfest.
Hopefully, I hope the voice actors reprise their roles or are reprising their roles for Cold Steel 4. At the time of this recording, obviously, Cold Steel 4 isn't out in the West, so...
I mean, they already pulled some shenanigans with 3, I think.
Yes, there was... I know at least 2 people didn't reprise their roles. But that's also because they were going from... Yeah, they were going from one publisher to another. But most of the cast reprised their roles, and for how large of a, character cast these games have, it's surprising that they kept as many as they did.
I think it's just it's surprising on multiple levels. First, you have a large cast of characters. Second, it's actually kind of a long-running series at this point because, this first game came out what year again?
In America in 2011.
So we're going on almost 10 years of this series existing out here. And then you have the fact that it's not like it's a completely unknown series, but it's not like a hugely popular series either. So for it to be kind of like a middling popularity level RPG series for RPG standards anyway, 10 years running, and have a large cast and be able to keep everybody, including top names, that's pretty big.
It's pretty.
I hope these guys reprise their roles.
It's quite the voice cast, considering a lot of these characters have 3 lines.
Oh.
Yeah, that's sort of.
Do they have more
issue
voice
with
acting in
these
later
early
games?
Well, yeah, Cold Steel is almost entirely voice acted.
Yeah, Cold Steel is all the major cutscenes are gonna mostly have.
Oh, that's
voice
that's
acting.
even more impressive then.
Yeah.
Like they actually managed.
Oh.
So I'm assuming Joshua is one of the people that keeps his voice actor the whole time.
I'll have to look into that. Anyway, Estelle was being moody and in her room earlier, but now she's come down to eat dinner.
She's still fuming about being called a bimbo.
Bone apple teeth.
Bone apple teeth.
Oh, apple teeth? What?
It's
Yes,
a meme. Don't
apple
worry
teeth.
about it.
Don't.
Don't worry about it. It's a joke that you haven't exposed yourself to.
I don't want to expose myself to an apple with teeth.
That's not the joke.
That's some Satan shit.
Oh, Justin. Why are you like this?
Wow.
I'm kidding. I mean, Johnny Young Bosch is also Joshua in Trails in the Sky 2 and 3, so...
How many Trails in the Sky
That's why
games are there?
There are three. There's 3 Trails in the Sky. There's 2 games in the Crossbell arc, and then there's 4
Cold Steel
games in the Cold Steel, and then there's going to be one game that comes out after that takes place after Cold Steel 4.
Oh, jeez.
So 9 games in, and I think they said it's about the 60% mark as of Cold Steel 4 for the overall story.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
Sick.
Yeah.
They're 9 games in with an overarching plot, and they're like, yeah, we're 60% of the way done.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, at least it holds together better than Kingdom Hearts does.
You don't have to play a defunct mobile game to get some of the story. So
Oh god, don't remind me.
there is that. The biggest issue is the Crossbell games are important, especially going into like knowledge for Cold Steel 3. They have not come over to the West yet. For those at home that haven't been listening to or haven't been paying attention to the text because you want us to recap things, I don't know why you're doing that. The team is going to head out to the Bose region now on foot because none of the airliners work. Charizard is going to be joining us. She is going to be a party member for at least now. So, yay.
I'm still in the Cold Steel saga, but unlike Pokemon, which the games are technically in the same universe, but they're usually years apart. Would you say Cold Steel is many different stories told in a relatively similar amount of time?
So Cold Steel and the Crossbell arc both take place within the same. So Cold Steel 1 and 2 and the Crossbell games take place in the same year. Trails in the Sky takes place about 3 years before those games, and then Cold Steel 3 and 4 take place after, about a year after. After the events of Cold Steel 2. The ending of it. And then I don't know what the time placement is for the upcoming game. So there is that. Steel. I'm trying to find that.
Well, the biggest time skip is in 3.
Well, it's from the end of the biggest time skip is from the end of Trails in the Sky 3 to Cold Steel, because that's a 3-year difference. But within the same set of games, yes, Cold Steel between Cold Steel 2 and Cold Steel 3 is, I think, the largest jump.
Well, yeah, because Reen's 21 in that game, I think.
Trying to find. Oh yeah, they're gonna go have an important story event at the clock tower while Charizard gets ready.
I hear scissors already. I hope nobody in this game is named Jennifer.
Well, no one that lives in this town is, at least.
Oh, thank God.
Bombarded by the Erebonian Imperial Army.
Yes. So before, so 10 years before actual gameplay, there was a war between Liberal and Erebonia. That is important. There's a lot of small like world building details that crop up literally like that war pops up again in the Cold Steel games. Like that's like small minor things that you might think, oh, that's cool, like dress setting for world building, plays into like bigger things later down in the road. It's fucked up.
I would say Cold Steel 1's prologue is definitely more hectic than Trails in the Sky's prologue, because you're just immediately thrown to like the middle of the game.
Yes, you are put into a small like chapter 4 or chapter 5. You're actually pretty far into the game. They give you a small section of that.
Yeah, especially since all your classmates kind of act like, you know, they know Reen really well.
Too bad it'll be like 20 years before we get there.
Oh yeah, something's exploding in the background.
That would be the clock tower. Oh yeah, Estelle's mother died saving Estelle. That's important, I guess.
That's sad.
It's sad.
She gets splatted.
Not splatted,
Ooh.
but
are you guys
yeah.
reading this? Like, this is tragic.
Oh,
as
no, it's
she's
super tragic.
as she's dying, she's singing her daughter's favorite lullaby to her to like calm her down in the middle of dying.
Oh, I think
in the middle of a bombing raid. Yeah.
Oh, I missed
Damn.
that part.
That's part of me feels a little bad for picking on Estelle this whole time.
Yeah, you fucker.
How the
Justin, you're the one that just asked if her mom got splatted.
yeah.
Yeah, but I'm always cruel.
Okay, but that doesn't change anything.
That doesn't mean it's not bad.
She'll be fine.
Dad's safe for sure. Probably.
How could you say that,
I-
Joshua?
I hope so.
Otherwise, it's just something really stupid.
Okay, I found an article that was detailing it. It was Cold Steel 3, apparently, was the 60% mark.
Oh.
So basically, we were saying we've got another, like, even after Cold Steel 4 and
And the game
and
that's
the game
already
that's
been announced after that.
That's the game that's planned right now and under development, I'm assuming. We're still looking at another 4 to 6 games.
Yeah,
Well,
something along those lines.
considering the 10,000 years it took
I'm
for,
going
like,
to
fucking
I'm going to say it's
Oh.
I'm going to say it's safe to assume that they're going to start another sub-series that is not named, like, that is going to be like Trails of something else.
Oh yeah, there is a ton of they have a lot of like setting up for other like countries that we can have our own like subset of games set in, there's a lot of like story that they can cover. And this is just knowledge from like the Cold Steel games, like how much they have set up as far as 3 goes. There's a ton to explore. And I mean, they could just stay in like the small little area that they've been establishing stuff, and still probably have a ton of story that they could play through.
Cold Steel kind of reminds me, or makes me think of like, as if Sega kept making Valkyria Chronicles games, but they literally all they did was just keep switching the perspective of the country, because they could totally do something like that.
Yeah, I mean that's the only difference between Trails and Valkyria Chronicles is Valkyria Chronicles likes to stay inside of one war for the most part.
Yeah. 3
of 4 of the games are in one war, whereas the Trails series does progress forward in time over the course of games.
Well, it's more like it's in the same continent. It's just they only focus like one series only focuses on like a small part of the continent.
Yeah, within a country.
This was asked 17 million years ago in the part, but Charizard is 23.
Oh.
Yeah,
since we asked how old
young.
She was.
She is, I mean, in universe, she is one of the youngest A-rank bracers out there. And I think right here they even say that she was like 12 when she first met. Yeah, well, it was 12 years ago, and she was 11. So you could do some math right there and figure it out.
So is this like childhood friend except not really?
Childhood acquaintance.
Oh.
Yeah. Because Charizard was taught by Estelle's dad on Bracer stuff. So, in the next part, we will walk down the highway and head to the Bose region. We'll see you guys in the next part.